Have you ever tried to break a bad habit and failed? Or tried to build a good habit and lost motivation after a few days? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? Like you're in this constant battle with your own brain. What if I told you it's not about willpower? That the secret to unlocking lasting change lies in understanding a tiny chemical in your brain called dopamine. Dopamine is the driving force behind motivation, focus, learning, and yes, even pleasure. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the world of dopamine and explore how it influences your daily choices. Stick around to the end, and I'll share a simple yet powerful technique, a 24-hour dopamine detox, to help you reset your brain's reward system and experience a surge in motivation like never before. Dopamine, you've probably heard of it. Maybe you associate it with feelings of pleasure or reward. And while that's part of the story, dopamine is so much more than just a feel-good chemical. Think of dopamine as a powerful neurotransmitter, a chemical messenger that plays a critical role in how your brain learns, forms habits, and motivates you to take action. Here's how it works. Imagine biting into a delicious piece of chocolate. As you savor the taste, your brain releases a surge of dopamine. This dopamine release signals to your brain, hey, that was enjoyable. Let's remember this experience and do it again. Dopamine is released after any activity your brain perceives as rewarding or pleasurable, like finishing a challenging workout or achieving a goal at work. Understanding this dual role of dopamine, seeking pleasure and avoiding pain, is crucial to understanding how habits, both good and bad, take root in our lives. Let's talk about how habits, those automatic behaviors that seem to control our lives, form in the brain. Your brain is incredibly efficient. It's constantly looking for ways to conserve energy, and habits are one of its most effective strategies. Think of your brain as having two operating systems: the prefrontal cortex, responsible for rational thought, decision-making, and willpower, and the basal ganglia, which controls automatic behaviors and habits. When you first learn a new behavior, like driving a car, your prefrontal cortex is highly engaged. You're consciously thinking about every step, steering, braking, checking mirrors. However, as you repeat this behavior over and over, something fascinating happens. The basal ganglia, your brain's habit center, takes notice. With enough repetition, the neural pathways associated with that behavior become stronger and more efficient. The behavior shifts from the conscious control of the prefrontal cortex to the automatic control of the basal ganglia. Congratulations, you've just formed a habit. The more you repeat that habit, the more deeply ingrained it becomes. Each time you engage in a habitual behavior, your brain receives a surge of dopamine, further reinforcing that neural pathway. But here's the good news. Your brain is not set in stone. It's capable of incredible change and adaptation, a concept known as neuroplasticity. Chapter 3. Rewiring your brain. The idea of rewiring your brain might sound daunting, like some complex scientific experiment, but the truth is, you're already doing it all the time. Every new experience, every thought you have, every action you take shapes and reshapes your brain. The key to breaking bad habits and building new ones lies in understanding how to do this intentionally. Step 1. Become a detective of your habits. The first step to breaking free from a habit is to become aware of it. Most of us go through our days on autopilot, mindlessly engaging in habits without even realizing it. Take some time to observe your own behavior. What triggers your bad habits? Is it stress, boredom, fatigue? Do certain environments or times of day make you more susceptible? Step 2. Don't just quit, replace. Many people try to break bad habits through sheer willpower, going cold turkey. While this can work for some, it often leads to feelings of deprivation and ultimately, relapse. Instead of trying to eliminate a habit entirely, try replacing it with a healthier, more desirable behavior. For example, if you're trying to cut down on sugary drinks, have a glass of water with lemon or a piece of fruit handy. Step 3. Cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness, the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment, is a powerful tool for rewiring your brain. When you practice mindfulness, you become more aware of your thoughts, feelings, and sensations without getting swept away by them. By practicing mindfulness, you create space between the trigger and your habitual response. Step 4. Try a dopamine detox. A dopamine detox is like hitting the reset button on your brain's reward system. For a set period, typically 24 hours, you abstain from activities that trigger those intense dopamine releases. Chapter 4. Build good habits with dopamine. Now let's talk about how to harness the power of dopamine to build good habits, the kind that propel you towards your goals and enhance your well-being. The key is to understand that dopamine isn't the enemy. It's all about finding healthy, sustainable ways to stimulate its release. 1. Make exercise your ally. Exercise is like a magic pill for your brain, and it's a potent dopamine booster. Even 20 minutes of moderate intensity exercise can trigger a significant release of dopamine, along with other feel-good neurochemicals like endorphins and serotonin. Find an activity you enjoy, whether it's running, dancing, swimming, or hiking, and make it a regular part of your routine. 2. Nourish your brain. The food you eat has a direct impact on your brain chemistry, including dopamine production. Incorporate dopamine-boosting foods into your diet, such as tyrosine-rich foods. Tyrosine is an amino acid that serves as a precursor to dopamine. Good sources include lean meats, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy products, nuts, and seeds. Probiotics are another great addition. Emerging research suggests a fascinating link between gut health and brain health. Include probiotic-rich foods in your diet, such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. 3. Prioritize sleep. Sleep is essential for a healthy brain, and that includes dopamine regulation. When you're sleep deprived, your brain's reward system becomes disrupted, leading to increased cravings for high dopamine activities. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. 4. Infuse your life with purpose. Engaging in activities that give you a sense of purpose and fulfillment can be incredibly rewarding, both intrinsically and neurochemically. Chapter 5. Your Dopamine Reset Challenge. So, let's recap what we've covered. We've delved into the fascinating world of dopamine, understanding that it's not just about pleasure, but about motivation, learning, and habit formation. We've explored how habits take root in our brains, how those neural pathways become ingrained, and why breaking bad habits can be so challenging. But most importantly, we've learned that our brains are capable of incredible change. We have the power to rewire those neural pathways, to break free from the grip of unwanted habits, and to build new, empowering ones. Now, it's time to put this knowledge into action. I'm challenging you to embark on a 24-hour dopamine detox. For just one day, resist the allure of those quick dopamine hits from social media, sugary snacks, or binge watching. Instead, engage in activities that nourish your brain and promote dopamine release in a healthy, sustainable way. You might be surprised by what you discover. Unlock your potential. If you've enjoyed this journey into the world of dopamine and you're ready to unlock your full potential, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Join me on this exciting journey of understanding our brains and harnessing their incredible power. Remember, building a better life starts with understanding the inner workings of your brain. By mastering your dopamine, you can break free from limiting habits and unlock a world of motivation, focus, and fulfillment. Now, go out there and start rewiring your brain for a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Need help? Let's talk.